All right, so this project that we're working on right now is the IKEA
glass shelf.
I don't know. Do I have to pronounce the IKEA names here, or can I just make them up? I think making them up is more fun. The
I want to put my uranium glass collection in. Doing, you know,
so
screwing
these are
things
just
together.
the pieces I'm putting on right now. All right, guys, I want to show you what Michael is really excited about.
This is uranium glass, and when it is under a black light, see how it glows? And so apparently from the research I've done, if it was made before the 40s, they didn't understand how radioactive uranium was. Sometimes it's called Vaseline glass. I think they invented Vaseline before they invented uranium glass, I'm not sure. You got that for me in Maui, wow. And then these we just got today, 2 sewn.
Yeah, this is a nice set. You've got glasses for these two, or cups, right?
Yeah,
oh, right
I haven't got those on yet. But this one was, according to them, was made in the 30s.
This is what you're going to be looking for when you're out at estate sales and stuff. Yeah.
And I made the mistake of telling somebody at an estate sale what I was looking for. They thought I was looking for scorpions, because scorpions glow under the black light too.
Yeah.
And they had some pieces, and then once they found out it was uranium glass, all of a sudden they thought it was more valuable.
Yeah, so they changed the price from, and it wasn't an estate sale, it was actually just a garage sale.
Right.
A moving sale, yeah. But yeah, they changed the price. The guy was like, oh, you know, the whole set for $40, so Michael was gonna get it. And then the lady came and she was like, she changed it after she found out what it was and said it was 40 per piece or something, so we couldn't get it. I mean, it's, you know, I think it's pretty neat looking, but it's very unique. Right? Yeah. Michael's putting his uranium glass collection in the glass case.
If I can shine it on there. I don't know, tough to say if that is or not. I mean, this stuff glows so much compared to it. It looks like it does a little, but...
Oh, those are really cool though.
Look, they want to do that.
He set up his black light in here, his little flashlight, yeah. That's very modern, I really like it a lot.
That's the effect I was after. Thank you for letting me use this piece.
We should still find you like another black light to put in there, huh? Do you think there's one that could stick to the top?
I take the flashlight with me when I go out and look for it.
Oh, I don't know if we mentioned earlier, but the uranium glass it's all antique, right? Because they don't make that anymore.
As far as I know, it's not dangerous.
So can you eat off of it?
Yeah. I think in one YouTube video I saw, the lady said it's less radioactive than a cup of coffee, you know. And,
oh, okay.
So everything is emitting radiation. Just certain things emit a little bit more.
Very nice. Hey guys, we just got home and I'm coming out to clean this table. I got it on Craigslist. Look at it. There's a glass top there, but look how fun that is. Oh my goodness, it had such a cool modern look. So I found this on Craigslist last night, and it had only been posted for 2 hours before I came across it, and I was just like, okay, that is definitely very spaceship. They had originally had it on Craigslist for $100. You know, these are expensive online, but yeah, so she gave it to me for $75, which I was fine with. I mean, it's exactly what I was looking for pretty much, so it's hard to pass that up, you know. All right, here's the coffee table. Look, it reminds me of Saturn. I love it. I love the design on the top, how it's a little bit off center. It's like Saturn rings. Very fun. There's definitely some good deals on Craigslist to be had. So you kind of got to check often because the good stuff goes really fast. It'll go within literally minutes of the person posting it. And you know it's fun because it's like treasure hunting. You just got to hold out for those good pieces, the good quality ones at the affordable prices. Like I just saw a desk recently, a really cool mid-century modern one that I missed. I was after it, but someone else already got it before me. It was $15 and it was solid wood and it was super cool with the legs kind of coming down the center. It was just a really neat design. Yeah, so someone really scored on that, but you just never know what you're gonna find on Craigslist. Hey guys, this morning we're working on IKEA furniture. So this is the Vesta, or I don't know how you say that exactly, but it's the, well, they have like a TV unit one and then a regular storage unit one. This is the storage unit one that we're gonna be putting together here. So this is the front, this is the back. The front is gonna have the 4 legs going across
front,
the front and just 3 across the back. Michael's got these all laid out, so it'll make it easier for us filming
you put
this.
the legs out and you just determine you only need this piece of hardware where it attaches here, yeah? So here we're gonna screw this one in just at these 2 points. So I'm just making sure that these are lined up, the 2 bottom pieces. On this particular piece, this is gonna screw into this. I'll go ahead and do that now. And these are the floor protectors, screw that in there. Corner pieces, what you're gonna do is screw this stud into here. See? I call them cam screws. They're threaded and they have this little cam on the top. So I've laid those out at each position where they go. So that hole on the bottom is going to line up with that, and that line is going to line up with that. Just drop those on there. Okay. There are these little plastic pieces that are going to insert into these holes here. So this is in the bottom piece, and the cam, when you put it in there, insert it, it locks it. Put that in there, so it goes in, and then I twist it clockwise, and it locks it, so you can't pull up on it now. You want to put the fold towards the front and these 2 slot pieces in the back. Push that all the way down into the bottom slot. It goes in there. So same thing as you did on the bottom with these cam screws. And the slot is going to go towards the back.
There we go.
Just lock these pieces in. Same thing as we did on the bottom. And this is already pre-drilled with holes for each one of these. So you just set that in there. 4 screws are going to go into these pre-drilled holes there and there. It's going to go in there. So I'm going to need Christine to help me. So there's 2 options with this Besta hardware. You can do soft close where it just closes on its own.
Oh, smooth. I like that.
And you can open it. Or you can have this push to open. So if you put that up at the top, and when it closes, you just press on the door and it reopens.
Yeah, I like the soft close.
Yeah, soft close.
Yeah,
is
do
better.
that. Very nice.
So that hardware and these hardware are eliminated for what we're doing. 4.
Okay, and then the shelves just sit right on top of those.
Yep.
Perfect.
There you go.
Alright guys, now that we have the storage set up, I want to figure out what we're going to put on top. So I just wanted to have a couple items out, not too much. I wanted to be pretty clean, but have some, interesting pieces out. So I thought I'd put Michael's chest set out, and this is a 3-tier vintage chest set that he got at a moving sale here in Tucson. There was an elderly couple and they were just downsizing, so I guess they had sold their big house and they were moving into a little place, and they had a ton of these vintage games, like really, really old games. So Michael ended up getting their 3-tier chess set, and I thought it was really cool too, because it's got like this aluminum frame that kind of curves around. It's just got a very modern sort of look to it. So I'm gonna set this probably in the center and just kind of, go from there. So let me set this down. And I probably need to dust this piece a bit because I see a little bit of dust settling on top there. So I don't know, I don't think Michael has a game going on here right now, so I'll ask him first though. I'll remove all the pieces and wipe that down. And then I was thinking of putting this solar powered moon globe up there. This is from Mova. Their globes are super cool because they spin. I'll show you the moon globe up close here because look how it stays in place. Okay, so I'll set this on its little acrylic stand and it'll start spinning right away. Okay, so now you can see it spinning, and it just spins around really slowly and calmly, and I don't know, there's something just really soothing about it. But how neat, I love that. I think that is so cool. And then I got this black and white globe at Home Goods, and I couldn't find the brand on it anywhere. There was no sticker or tag, so I have no idea who the maker is of it, but I thought it was just really neat, very sleek and modern. I love the black and white look of it. So I'm gonna probably set this there on the other side of the chest set. And I don't know if this is how I'm gonna leave it, but just for now, just kind of playing around with it. Who knows, I might put some, crystals or something, but we have another shelf that we're gonna be putting crystals on. Oh, and we were talking about this earlier, but I don't think it got on camera. There's a white glass top option that you can get for going on top of the storage unit or TV units. And so you can get that to protect the top, and we're gonna go ahead and do that next time we go to IKEA. I'll pick one of those up. Hey guys, we've been playing around in the living room and we just took off the closet doors here because we wanted to, you know, just kind of see what that looked like. And it's pretty dark if we don't have any lights on inside the closet. So what we're thinking is we're gonna come up with some way to be able to light the closet on the inside. And we could always run a little extension cord back here because there's a plug right back here that light is plugged into, so we can always get in the closet that way. And then, you know, use either some little spotlights or puck lights or you know, like under cabinet lighting, something to light that space up. So that's going to create a whole little project in itself, working on that back there. All right guys, I have a project that we're gonna have to do outside. I have to sand this plant stand down because it has some rust on it. I'm hoping I can get most of it off. I think so. It's not too bad, but it does have some spots, you know, like especially right at the bottom of its little feet there. So I'm gonna try to sand it as best I can, and then we're gonna give it a fresh coat of primer and paint and see if we can kind of bring that back to life a bit. I think it might need to be straightened out a little there too. It was only $2. I got it at an estate sale. So, you know, we'll do our best with it. I think it'll come together fine, and then I will find a pot that fits in there and it'll be all good. And then, oh, I didn't show you guys yet, we did pull out the rug. So it used to be, we had to turn the other way and then it was right up close to the couch. So we just spread that out a bit. And yeah, that is from Home Goods, that big floor poof. I really like this a lot. I got this for $30, but I was gonna do a haul video, which will be coming up right after this, and I can explain more of, like, you know, a couple new pieces and where I got them and all that. But yeah, that one is Home Goods, and it's a really good size. I like that it's the gray and white, so it kind of fit the theme that I was going for in here. All right, so I'm gonna take this outside right now and get sanding it. I'm going to start with priming the plant stand with this Rustoleum primer. This is specifically for metal, and it also says that you can use this on lightly rusted metal. So I tried to sand as much as I could off this. There still might be a little bit left, so that's why I think this will be a good option, so we're going to try it out. So this primer will help seal the metal, and it'll help prevent future rusting. So I did 2 coats of the Rustoleum Clean Metal Primer, and now we're ready for our paint color. So I chose this Matte Iced Grey. This is also from Rustoleum. I definitely like the look of this color, at least on the bottle, so we'll see how it comes out. Alright guys, let's come outside here a minute. I've got my plant stand, we're gonna see if that's dry, and I've got a bunch of plants out here right now. Some of these guys are usually inside the house, but I watered them this morning, so I just left them out today, get some fresh air. So let's see if this is dry yet. Okay, yeah, that seems to be drying pretty well. Yeah, it dries pretty fast, so that's good. Okay, you know how I was saying the universal line of Rustoleum, it doesn't necessarily have the best nozzle, like it doesn't spray as smoothly on a lot of the cans, but this one actually turned out to be fantastic. Like, it was ridiculous. It was so fine, such a fine mist. So I don't know if they improved their nozzle or if I just lucked out and got a good can, but this actually turned out to be killer. So this is the Matte Iced Grey. I think that might be my new favorite spray paint right there. The color and everything. Such a perfect color, especially if you're going for that light kind of Scandinavian look. Good morning guys, I'm headed outside right now to cut Michael's hair. This is a task that I dread every time he asks me to cut his hair because he gets really impatient and the shears suck. They, like, you gotta go over it, and it like barely even cuts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is, you know, you're only as good as your tools. And plus I suck at cutting hair anyway, so it's just like a recipe for disaster.
Do it. It grows back.
Yeah, but remember last time? Last time I cut his hair, we were in Palm Springs and it was nighttime. And I couldn't see. Like, it was dark and we were outside doing it. And it did not turn out well, let me tell you. I wanted to take Michael right away, like the next day when we could see it. I wanted to take him to a professional, you know, salon or whatever. And he didn't want to go.
Ugh, tickles. Yeah, so that was the last time I got it cut, was
in Palm Springs. Yeah, so
John's
that was back
when...
in June.
June.
So it's been
wow.
like 2 months.
Yeah, I thought it was getting out of control there.
So we've got 2 down on the sides, lower sides, and then 3 in the middle, and then 6 on top.
Better already.
And we'll clean up the neck. But yeah, if I have any hairdressers out there that have tips for cutting men's hair, I'd be Much appreciated. So I was going to end the vlog yesterday, but I'm just kind of continuing on today. I have a ponytail palm project that I need to get done today. It's in this pot that kind of bottlenecks, and it's a really wide caudex on the ponytail palm. Okay, so this is the ponytail palm. It's got a really nice wide caudex on it, really nice wide trunk, and it sort of bottlenecks up like that. It does have, you know, some of these old dried leaves. We can clean those up, no problem. But it's got a really nice, healthy, you know, healthy new growth on it. So the pot is really nice. I don't want to have to break it to get the plant out. So hopefully I can just kind of wrestle that wide trunk out of there without it getting stuck. Because they'll keep growing in the pot. They like tight spaces, but they'll keep growing until they bust the pot open. So yeah, hopefully we can rescue that out of there before it does that. I pulled the tag off of this already, but it was $33 at the estate sale, which is a really good price for such a, you know, such an old ponytail palm, and it's in a nice pot. Like that pot alone would probably be like 50 bucks in the store or something, you know. And then this one was originally $40, just the pot, and oh well, it did come with the pine cones in there too. Basically how it works is if you show up at the estate sale in the morning, you know, everything's full price, it's the price that's marked, but then around 1 o'clock a lot of them will make everything 50% off. And so we didn't show up, we showed up late. It was like 2 o'clock or just a little after 2 o'clock, and so they discounted again, and so I got this pot instead of $40, I got it for $6. I'm always on the lookout for low profile succulent pots like this because a lot of the plants that I grow, they like that. You know, they like to be able to spread out, and they don't want a lot of deep soil. They don't want a lot of depth, they want a lot of width, if that makes sense. So like these with the fat trunks, you know, the codices will grow wider if you have a shorter bottom, you know, shorter depth, and they're going to grow really wide, and it's going to be a really cool look rather than, you know, really deep and a more narrow pot. Like this one, that one definitely needs to get into a new pot too. This one I bought at the nursery, so that was full price, but it is such a cute little chunk. Look at that little baby. Oh, that is a cutie. So that one is going to go into probably a pot like this, but it's going to be smaller because that's a little guy there. So yeah, we definitely have some work to do out here, and this is just a temporary bench that Michael set up for me until we, you know, get some more wood, and I'm able to make a full-size plant bench inside and out. Oh, and then down here, these are a couple of pumice stone pots, and so I have a couple of adeniums growing in there. So this variety back here is called Fat Boy. That one was grafted here, I believe, in Tucson, and there's a specialty adenium. Well, the people that wrote the book on the adenium, they live here in Tucson, and so that's one of their varieties. So that's a little guy, but it's super chunky already, so I think that one's gonna be really cool when it gets a little bit older. And then this little palm tree looking guy with the little bulb on the bottom. This one is, hold on, let me see if I can get the camera to focus. Come on, camera, there we go. Adenium xoxo. We call it scrotum for short because I can never remember the name. So sorry, my little scrotum plant, that is your nickname for now. So we're at EcoGrow right now. They're helping me with my giant ponytail palm. It might be stuck in the pot, we don't know. Let's see.
This is a high-tech extraction stick.
High-tech stick. Yeah.
Okay, so they were able to get it out of the pot. Look at it. That is a little chunk.
The soil's an old school way of growing it. You can see it's mostly sand. So that may have contributed, but it's got obviously a ton of energy stored up in this huge caudex and enough happy, fresh root growth that you put it in something and it'll just take off into it. If you hold that right down, that right about there. There we go. Alright, we got, looks like the bulk of it. Let me put one more little handful right in here. And then I'm gonna vibrate the pot to kind of get it all to flow a little bit. And get it to fill in. If you'll still hold it during that, and then after that you should be able to let it go. Alright, try letting it go.
It's floating.
Yes it is.
Oh yeah, that exposed it nicely.
This soil that we use is mostly the cocoa core. We can pack it in like this because over time it's not going to decompose the way a lot of other soils would and further compress. So that helps a lot when you're repotting stuff like this, because you can really make sure you've got good contact with the roots, you fill in any voids without worrying about kind of overpacking the soil. Because of the root pruning we did, I would leave it dry for 7 days maybe. It's not like it's gonna in any danger of running out of water or drying up in 7 days, even if the soil is bone dry, which it won't be. But that's to give the root tips a chance to heal and callus where we cut them before it's soaking wet. Also, after I gravel it, I'm going to mist it a little bit, which will add a little more moisture to the soil as well. But then I would just leave it for about a week.
Got it.
And then bring it back in, water it like once a week initially. So you'll stick with the once a week and maybe even back off a little bit over the winter. But then come the spring, it should be pretty well established and able to go to, you know, twice a week, even 3 times a week watering if you want to really push it. Mist, wash the dust off, clean up the lines, and really let me see where it needs little bits of touch up on the gravel, and then it's good to go. Also, as you wash the dust off, the color of the gravel, especially the rainbow white, really comes out. And while the, you know, it's not as stark as the contrast before you spray it, it looks really nice. This spot right here needs a little bit of help.
I couldn't fit it in the front with me, so I was just like, I'm riding in the back with it because I don't want my baby sliding around in the back of the truck. Okay, we made it home with our new plant baby. Look at the shape on that thing. We're calling it the volcano. Alright guys, I'm going through paint chips right now trying to decide what shade of gray. I have a bunch of painting projects coming up, so I'm looking at a few different ones of these, just trying to decide. Gray Shimmer from Bear is nice. Gravity from Valspar, I like that one too. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you go for now, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you, the next video I think is gonna be a haul. So I'll see you there. Love you guys, bye.